San Diego State Aztecs and the Fresno State Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Howie Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, Fresno State's head coach told me pregame he is taking a 1-0 approach. Even though this team is on a 5-game winning streak and they have an unranked opponent coming into town today, he said all we have to do is keep going 1-0 all year long. If we keep a week-by-week focus, we'll look up and be in the college football playoff. That was his message to the team before this game. Back to you.
Howie, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Fresno State will kick it off and we will be underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Peoples. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. From the gun, it's Phillips. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Just feeds the running back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of run to the 18.
Well, he got you 2 on first down. He got you 2 on second. 2 won't get it done on third. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here and stay on the field.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. They want to run this quarterback. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. 4th down, Austin Mack. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Going to the ground. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop block on every single play.
Which is illegal. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Cuts it upfield. It's Scott. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Taken down.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because he'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Martin will throw it. And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open.
They'll try to get him on the fake. Fights off a defender. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
And obviously you're trying to catch him off guard, but it didn't work. I'm not a fan of fake punts. I'd rather put my offense on the field and guys that do this for a living all the time and are really good at it, but he tried to sneak attack, and it did not work.
The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. Throwing Mack. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And back to the air on second down. On target over the middle. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Again, it's Mack. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. They'll go play action with Mack. Give him 6. Touchdown, San Diego State. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's McClain. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Bulldogs offense is on the field ready to get this drive cranked up. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Give to the running back. There he goes. Past the 50. At the 30. 10. Touchdown, Fresno State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Setting up for the extra point at the time. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. On the return, it's Peoples. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll go play action with Mack. Makes the grab. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds. The Aztecs want to crank the tempo. On play action. Got out of trouble and throws. Found a seam. Turning on the Jets. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. To the house. Touchdown Aztecs. Lining up for the PAT. Back to throw. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. He'll bring it out. It's McClain. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Hold and fired complete. Across the 25, he's got room. He's loose down the left side. The 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Extra point here will give them the lead. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He's got it, and he can go with it. He took it all the way back, and not only that, they tie the game on the defensive two-point conversion. Fielded in the end zone. It's Peoples. Rolling the dice and bringing it out of the end zone did not pay off. He's out of bounds at the 19. After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll go play action with Mack. Right side, it's Peoples. Lowers those pads. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Aztecs headed quickly to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going.
Catch inside the 25. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. From the red zone, it's Peoples. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing, but you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. We've reached the break. It's San Diego State holding the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to get the corner. Keeps it himself. Smashes through the tackle.
Speed is something that you simply can't coach, and this defense has it in bunches. You saw it that time on the option play. 3rd and long, they're trying to get it to the pitch man to see if he can outflank the defense. No can do. He gets a couple of yards, but not before the defense is able to rally to him and get him down. Now setting up 4.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, San Diego State.
Make no mistake about it. Bring in the beef, right? Bring in all the extra offensive linemen, the tight end. You know what we're going to do. We're going to line up, and we are going to smash 4th and goal situation. They are successful playing a little bully ball with the big boys up front.
Mack. He's in there for the deuce, and they extend the lead to 10. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. From deep, it's Orji. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
3rd and long coming up. Martin back to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And that's really the sign of a tight end that's elite. When you start recruiting these guys, man, can you make the first guy miss? That's what makes a tight end go from really, really good to elite. And he does a great job breaking the tackle and then starts chewing up yards after the catch. That's exactly what you want from a great tight end.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Long way to go on second down. They'll run him again. Got an alley. Turning it on. Guys, he's up to 103 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Off play action on first down. Fires to the right. Got the tight end outside. Not a big window, and that throw was money, and they've got it at the 30.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You've got the corner out there in the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you've got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all five guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Max got it on the screen. That's 20. He's got space. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Going to the run. It's Thomas. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when
headed to the end zone, touchdown Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Caught in the backfield, it's Phillips. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that, take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll go play action with Mack. He's going to take off. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Second and long here. Austin Mack. Oh, pressure's coming. On the move, he fires. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Aztecs. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. He'll bring it out. It's Orji. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The run inside. It's Scott. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Out wide right, it's McClain. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And as a quarterback, you know when you're throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under the pass so the wide receiver can locate it.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Martin will throw it. He fires to the left side. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Trying to take it back. Inside the touchdown, San Diego State. How about this defense taking one back to the house? No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Coming out with it, it's Orji. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Timeout called by the Bulldogs as their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And now on second down for this offense. Looking downfield and time is running short. Fires to the right. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Throwing Mack. Intercepted for the 11th time. Takes it the other away. Still on his feet. Past the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldog. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Mack. Rush right in his face. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Rush is on, trying to get away. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with a look at UCLA taking on the number 10 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Bruins with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Getting set on second down. Martin back to pass. Under pressure. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes a grab on the shot. Out of trouble just like that from deep in his own end and the plus territory. They mark it at the 49. The Bulldogs had it with a 1st and 10. Breaks through, it's Scott. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Effective Explosive draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
After the holding penalty, 1st and 20 for this offense. Martin will throw it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. 2nd down to the air. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
That defender did not care that the running back was setting up behind him on a screen. He was just thinking one thing and one thing only. See ball, get ball. He did that.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has it on the doorstep.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. A run for the quarterback. And again, he gets nothing. This defense is not giving up anything on the goal line.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, and the defense holds.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
The Aztecs offense makes its way onto the field to start this drive. The Aztecs call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. First and 10 from their own 1, and they really need to create some breathing room. Austin Mack. Left side is Phillips. Makes the grab down immediately. He picks up a few.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. On the move. Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but I couldn't get it done with it.
Looking downfield, it's Mack. Fires left. A strike downfield. He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a first down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to... taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Out wide left, it's Hawkins.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
The Aztecs in a good spot here with second and short. Throwing Mack. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Couldn't set his feet.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, and when they get hurried, and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense. Pressure the quarterback.
As they come to the line on third and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Scanning the field, it's Mack. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. Again, it's Mack. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Aztecs.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Deep in the end zone, it's McClain. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Working that left side now. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Pull down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Running inside, it's Scott. Not a lot of daylight, he gets one to the 32.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Martin back to pass. And here's the third interception of the night. Bringing it back. Touchdown, San Diego State. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Quick toss to the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Left side is Isaac. Runs through a man. He might have space. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him. He's too fast for him. Continues to make catches. Continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or some...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. They're all over him. Got his man on the outside. Still on his feet. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, that's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Long way to go on second down. Martin will throw it. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Breaks into the open. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs. A great catch and run for 6. His 17th touchdown of the season and 3rd of this game. They'll line up to go for 2. He wants to throw it. And the defense comes up with a sack, but I think that penalty flag is going to wipe it out, and it's going to be a first down for the offense. Defense in the neutral zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. San Diego State trying to get things moving on this drive. Takes the handoff. It's Phillips. Knocked down immediately.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Jumped on top of the pile.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Plows his way ahead. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
Well, third down, they tried to run the football thinking they could catch the defense off guard. They were able to get some yards, not the first, though. So now you've got 4th and very short. What do the analytics say to do here, head coach?
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Mack to throw for it on 4th. Made the catch, but nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and he stopped right at the line, and they'll turn it over on downs. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And so the Fresno State offense comes out onto the field. Looking for space. It's Scott. Oh, he's got some space. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Martin back to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Fresno State. And they add 6 more to the board. Trip to the house.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to
that's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And this defense and their team, honestly, just built some momentum here in this fourth quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this fourth quarter.
Going for the big play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Stop on this 3rd and 10. Expect an immediate timeout. They'll go play action with Mack. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
I love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. You know the defense is expecting you to run the football, and you just did it the previous play. So on that 3rd down, you dial up the play action to keep the chains moving.
The give as they work on that clock. Just smothered on the play. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? They'll move the tight end. They give it back to him. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line. Now Fresno State calls its 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Going with the ground game left. Powers through the defender. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. Final timeout taken by the Bulldogs. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Martin will throw it. Back's got it on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
looking to convert. They'll go to the Wildcat. They'll send the back in motion. On the snap, it's Scott. Defense was not fooled for a second, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And listen, everything's 4-down territory at this point when you're trailing by this much late in the game. So it's okay you didn't get the first down there, but now the pressure's on to convert this. Otherwise, it's ball game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Snapped it, and he has to have it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I know when the defense goes back and watches this film, it's not going to be perfect, but that was the stop they needed, right, David? You got two great offenses going back and forth. You just got to be able to break serve once, and the defense did it here at the very end. No matter how you do it, I know the stats weren't great, but the most important statistic, they get the win.
Get the win. Obviously, that you worry about cleaning everything up, but you also want timely defense, right? Like when you need it, can you come through? I know a lot of people were holding their breath on the sideline, wondering if they would come through, but they did. They got the stop in a big moment. Their offense scored a bunch of points, and they walk away with the victory.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet?
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. We saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in